Human chef had one job to feed the alien prince dragons, but no one expected he would serve that. When John Mayer signed up as a palace chef for the Draconis Empire, he expected to deal with spicy meats, sizzling grills, and maybe the occasional dragon fire torch mishap. What he didn't expect was being put in charge of feeding the alien prince dragons, 3 unpredictable, sentient dragonlings with royal blood, sharp tongues, and even sharper claws. John had worked in fusion cuisine back on Earth, part-time on a space station diner and part-time on star cruisers. He was good at adapting recipes for multiple species. But nothing prepared him for the culinary nightmare he walked into on his first day. The palace steward, a stuffy Trithraxian named Velker, eyed him up and down. "Your job is simple," Velker sniffed. "Prepare meals for the 3 young prince dragons, Pyra, Vornax, and Nyx. Each has unique dietary needs and personalities. You are not to deviate from the meal plan." "Understood." "Crystal," John said. "Easy enough." Or so he thought. His first meal, a carefully balanced nutrient stew laced with plasma peppers and trace meteor salts, was flung across the grand hall before he could even finish announcing it. Nyx, the youngest, bared his baby fangs and wailed, "It tastes like sunburned swamp." Pyra, elegant and aloof, sniffed the dish with disdain. "Is this what they serve the lava rats now?" Vornax didn't speak. He simply melted the entire table with a single bored exhale. By the end of the day, John's uniform was singed, the palace chefs were laughing behind his back, and Velker threatened to throw him off the asteroid if he caused one more royal tantrum. But John wasn't about to give up. Instead of sulking, he stayed up late that night, studying every culinary scroll in Galactic Food Archive in the kitchen library. The dragons weren't just picky, they were bored. Raised on the finest cuisine of the galaxy, they had lost interest in everything routine. What they needed wasn't just food. They needed a story. The next morning, John returned with 3 mystery domes. The dining hall was quiet, the dragons already sniffing in curiosity. He removed the first lid. "This," John declared dramatically, "is the flaming ice cream of Cryo Tundra Prime, mined from frozen geysers and spiced with plasma thistle." Nyx blinked. "Ice cream that's on fire?" John lit the scoop with a blue flame. The little dragon's eyes sparkled, and he took a bite, then another, then a roar of delight. Next came a dish shaped like a miniature volcano. Behold, the molten mountain of Gorthax Fall. Legend says every eruption reveals a new flavor. Yours holds 5. Pyra eyed it with suspicion, but her royal curiosity got the better of her. The moment the first eruption cracked through the caramel lava, her tail flicked in surprise. "It's layered." John grinned. "Of course, princess. Royal dishes deserve royal surprises." Last was Vornax, the most silent and most dangerous of the 3. John placed a glowing black orb before him. "This is shadow fruit from the nebula orchards. Its flavor changes depending on your mood." Vornax's nostrils flared. He leaned in, bit, then paused. The orb shimmered. "It tastes like thunder." John simply nodded. By the end of the meal, the dragons were calm. No fire breath, no shattered crystal, just satisfied rumbling and curled tails. Velker, watching from a corner, looked like he had seen a ghost. "You please them?" John shrugged. "I served what they needed, not just what was on the list." The news spread fast. Soon, the Emperor himself summoned John. "My sons haven't eaten this well, or this peacefully, in months," he said. "What's your secret?" John hesitated. "I told them stories through food. Each dish a legend. They didn't just taste it, they lived it." The Emperor grinned. "You're not just a chef. You're a culinary bard." From that day on, John's meals became legendary. Delegates from distant planets came to taste his work. The prince dragons demanded him at every meal, and even requested bedtime edible stories. But everything changed one fateful evening. The palace was hosting a high-stakes peace summit with the Lernak, a rival dragon clan. Tensions were high. Decades of conflict crackled in the air. The emperor whispered to John, "We must calm them. One wrong word, and war will reignite. Can food speak peace?" John nodded. "Give me 1 hour." He created one dish. Just one. A massive, multi-layer platter. Each layer representing a shared history between the Draconis and Lernak. The spices told stories of battle, unity, betrayal, and finally, hope. The centerpiece? A fusion fruit, grown from the gardens of both empires. Flavor with essence only found when both species cooked together. The Lernak leader took a bite. Silence fell. Then came a deep, rumbling chuckle. This human tells truth through taste. The treaty was signed an hour later. From then on, John Maris wasn't just a royal chef. He was dubbed the flame-tongued cook, the story baker, and even the peace plate alchemist. No one expected a human chef, hired to feed dragon princes, would go on to serve something far greater: unity. And every time he walked into the palace kitchen, the 3 young dragons would greet him with hungry eyes. Not just for food, but for the next story served sizzling on a plate.